swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
Look at the juke.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
To throw now. Here's Love. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bulls drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive.
You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Herky with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come after their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Gets around him, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Camp. Going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Graham on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Love looking to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Love now. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thornton. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll go with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bulls add 6 to their lead. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only to first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the first down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it out the way in.
Then Parkey for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Graham. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Graham now off the bootleg. The kidder here, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
red zone now. They'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end pitch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start in the NFC, and specifically the NFC South. Tampa Bay traveling to the Bayou to take on New Orleans. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Lions out on top. Jared Goff, a touchdown pass in that first half. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Graham to throw it. This one caught by Ridley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Graham. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Love. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To pass, here's Jordan Love. This one out left to the tight end Burton. And he's got him.